Hey everyone, I am really excited about this. I'm really excited about this because, hey, Fancy Legacy, I am really excited about this because I get so many people who contact me and they want to write a book. And I've been kind of trying to figure out how to, hey, David, I've been trying to figure out how I was going to talk about this and kind of separate myself from the book publisher and talk to you as an author who has accomplished some great things in a short amount of time. Outside of being a publisher, because I do a lot of research as a publisher so I can help my authors when they come, because I want all my authors to be bestsellers, right? And so I do a lot of research. And a lady contacted me and she wanted to know, she had never written a book before. She wasn't anywhere near looking for a publisher, but she wanted to talk to me because she knew that I was also an author, and I was an author who wrote my book in less than 30 days. And so she came to me and she said, I have this message and I want to get this message out to the world, but I don't know how to do it. And I don't have any money. So what I told her to do is what I'm about to tell you to do. And it's so funny because I told her in the moment, right? And I was just like, okay, do this, do this. And I just started rambling off a bunch of things just because of what's on the inside of me. And I forgot all about it. This conversation happened, I think, right before I released my first book, which was August of 2014. And so, I didn't think anything about it, never heard back from her, whatever. And so, today she reached out to me an email. She sent me an email and I was reading her email and I got so excited, started crying. I was just so happy for her because not every time when you give somebody something for free do they come back and tell you that the tips and the information you gave them actually changed or transformed their life. But she was like, I saw your picture pop up and I had to email you right away. I had to tell you how your information absolutely helped me. And so the question I want to ask, those of you that are on here, because I know that I have some replay visitors. I love letting people know their impact on me. Yes, absolutely. And you should, whether you paid for it or you got it for free, especially if you know that's how they make their living, because they can absolutely utilize your information to help them. But anyway, that's a different scope. Here it is. If you are looking to write a book and you have never written a book before and you don't know if you really have the money to do it, I'm going to show you what you can do now for free to get started. And I'm telling you, I'm excited because in her email, remember I told you, I think it was like March of last year she contacted me. It was March or April of last year she contacted me. And so here we are, like a whole year, almost 2 years away, right? Well, yeah, because March and April of 2016 will be here in a little bit, right? So almost 2 years ago, this lady contacts me and says, hey, look, I want to write a book. I know that you wrote a book in like less than 30 days. What tips can you give me? And I don't have any money to get started. And so this is what I told her. Number one, you want to start writing a blog today. If you know that you want to write a book, you want to start writing a blog today. Number one, what the blog does, it gets people used to your writing style. It gets people used to your message. And not only that, but it also allows you to determine if you truly have a message. Because look, I mean, honestly, if you can only write 1 or 2 blogs about what you say you want to put in a book and you want your book to be 10 chapters, That's a sign that maybe that's not the message you should give to the world, because you don't have very much to say about it. So start your blog and do everything you can to get yourself to a place where you understand your message, where you understand the information that you're going to give out. And I tell people all the time, when you're writing your blog, go out there and try new things. You know, when you're researching, you're going to come across things that you personally have not experienced. So when you're researching it, go and experience it. Try it out before you write about it. Don't go by somebody else's words, because when you can say, I did this and this is what the result was, that's more powerful than you say, well, people say that this will happen. You know what I'm saying? So you want to research, you want to do it all, but try it out so you can write from it from your own perspective, and you can put your own spin on it. Because again, when people buy your book, they're buying what you know. They're buying your information. They don't want, yeah, you can quote other people. People do it all the time. But again, how does that quote show up in your life? How will that quote help me from your experiences? And so that's what you want to remember when you're writing a book, because your message has got to be compelling enough, and you have got to have lived what you're talking about. Gandhi said, be the change. You've got to be the change. You are your best walking billboard. You know what I'm saying? You are it. And so if you are, if I'm talking about living a transformed life, I'm a transformation empowerment coach. If I'm living a defeated life, then I'm not a very good coach, because I can't tell you how to transform your life, because I haven't transformed my life. Now, it's another thing if I'm constantly evolving and changing and going up and higher, I can tell you about where I've been. And I can tell you how yesterday my life was transformed by X, Y, and Z. Today my life is being transformed by A, B, C. That's a different thing. It's not the same as you saying, well, I think this is going to work for you, so try it out. So number one, if you're taking notes, number one, start with the blog. For those of you who are saying, who is this chick? Why is she telling me how to write a book? I am an author. I am also a publisher. Oh, I'm sorry. I am also a publisher. I have 2 books right now on Amazon. I'm getting ready to come out with a third called what is it called? Lord, it just left me. Start Strong, Finish Strong. And I'm coming out with another book right after the Start Strong, Finish Strong, which is going to be, you'll be able to get Start Strong, Finish Strong for free starting December 8th, which is Tuesday. But I'm also coming out at the end of December with my life story. So I am an author, not by saying I'm an author and I think I wrote some books. No, I've written some books, and I got a whole bunch of books sitting on my computer waiting for their time to see the light. So I'm an author, and it doesn't take me a long time to write a book. And it is not some little willy-nilly book. It's a book that has content. It's a book that has value. It's a book that absolutely will change your life. And it doesn't take me a long time. Why? Because I live most of the stuff I talk about. Okay, so number one, you want to start with a blog. Number two, welcome back, Fancy. Hopefully it's not freezing on you. So you want to start with the blog. That's number one. You want to make sure that your blog is relevant to the message that you are going to be talking about. Now, notice I didn't say entitle your blog the same as your book, because at this point, you don't really know what you're going to write about, right? You don't know what the title of your book is going to be. So just start a blog. It could just be Linda's perspective. It could just be a fancy way of looking at things, whatever it is. But start a blog and begin to write. Number one, you're going to get people used to how you write. And number two, you're going to get people used to how you speak. Okay? And then the thing that you want to do, so that's number one, start a blog. Number two is start a Facebook page as an author. Not the title of your book, not you personally, but you want to start a public figure as an author. So author Linda Hillman. public figure, okay? Don't make it author Linda Hillman something else. Make it a public figure because it's you. That page is all about you and what you do as an author. So you want to, number one, start with the blog. Number two, start with the Facebook page. And then you want to link your Facebook page to your blog, okay? You want to link your Facebook page to your blog. And number three, okay? So you have your blog, you have your Facebook page up, and your Facebook page is an author page about you. It's about what you do as an author. It's about what you're doing as an author. It's about where you are in your process. It's all of that. It's about you. It's so people can get to know you, because guess who they're buying from? They're buying from you. They're going to buy your book from you. They're going to go to Amazon and buy your book because they like you. They're going to buy your book because they like you. They're going to buy your book because they like you. So you want to make sure that, one, your blog is telling them who you are and what you do, what you write about. And number two, you want to give them another place where they can connect with you as a person, as an author, as somebody that they would potentially buy a book from, okay? You're not asking for anything right now. You're nowhere near asking for anything. You're writing a blog and you're starting a Facebook page. Number three, you need to create a hashtag. If you notice, my hashtag in here is I write. Okay? The second hashtag that I did was Low Guy Publishing House, which is my publishing house. So you want to make sure that, number one, you have your blog in place. Number two, you have your Facebook page in place. And number three, you go to tubs.com and you register your hashtag. The reason why you want to do that is because when you're writing on your Facebook page, you're going to now do everything hashtag whatever it is. Mine would be hashtag I write. So hashtag I write, and then I write a thought, and they know, whoever's on my page knows when author Linda comes and she writes a thought, she's writing a thought to make us think. She's writing a thought to help us get past, hey, design for websites. She's writing a book, or she's writing a post that's going to help us, help us get to know who she is and what she writes about and what she's all about. So register your hashtag with Tubbs, and then start using it on your Facebook author page. And then you will also incorporate this hashtag in your blogs. Now, I'm going to assume that you're already, since you're on Periscope, I'm going to assume that you're already on Twitter and already on Facebook and already on some of these social media sites. Because one of my tips, which I haven't got to, but I'm going to skip down to that, is you do want to use social media to promote yourself and to promote you as an author. Again, we haven't even gotten to the point of where you're asking people to buy your book. You haven't even begun to write your book. This is what you're doing to set up. Let me give you a little known fact, is that when you decide you want to write your book, whether it's going to take you a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 days, when you decide that you want to write your book, hey DJ, when you decide you want to write your book, that's when you start marketing. If you have written your book and it's already at the publisher, you are like 3 days too late. Hear me and hear me well. You start marketing yourself as an author. You start marketing yourself, your book, even if it doesn't have a title. You start marketing, hey everyone, I'm about to write a book and I need you guys to come on and check out my blog and check out my Facebook. You start promoting it because, again, if you are a new author, people don't know your voice yet. People don't know what to expect from you. So you have got to give them, because if you want them to buy your book, they got to like you. They got to know who you are. They got to recognize your voice amongst all the other. Go and look on Amazon and see how many millions and thousands of books there are. They've got to be able to hone into you, and they can't do it if you are not speaking and writing now. So you call yourself an author, you want to write a book, then start doing stuff now. Start again. Let me go over a few steps that I've already talked about. Number 1, you want to start a blog. Name that blog whatever you want. Forget about book title. Forget about all of that. That will come later. Right now, you are just letting people know who you are. Okay? Because we're talking about you writing a book. Maybe you've never written one. Maybe you have written one. Exactly, DJ. Sell yourself. You've got to let people like you. They've got to know, oh, that's author Linda. I like the way she talks. She gets it down. She puts it in there, and she's concise, and you gotta let people be your marketer. Okay, so number 1, start a blog. Number 2, start a Facebook page that is an author page, not a book page, an author page, because you want people to know the woman, the man behind the pen. Okay, also you want to register a hashtag at Tubbs.com. You want to go there and register. If you notice when you came in, you saw I write. I write is my hashtag for anything that I'm going to do as an author. I write. And then what I do on my Facebook page is I write, and then I give some thought. And everyone knows that thought's going to be provoking. That thought's going to be educational. It's going to be edutainment. They already know that. They already know that I write is going to be my voice helping them do or accomplish something. Why? Because I'm a coach. So I incorporate in my I write my writing and my coaching. Okay? So you want to do that because people need to know, what do they get when they say author Linda Hillman? What am I getting? Who is that person? I know who Coach Linda is. I know who Pastor Linda is. But who is author Linda? You've got to let them know, look, this is author Linda. Not that I'm schizophrenic. Because when you look at it, they all line up together. They all are one, right? But there is a difference in my when I'm an author than when I'm a pastor, than when I'm a coach, than when I'm a sister, when I'm a auntie, when I'm a godmom. There's a difference. And so people know, oh, that's author Linda. I know that's Linda right there. You see what I'm saying? You got to sell yourself. Okay? Number 4 is you want to try out titles before you settle on one. Because many authors, they get a title that moves them, but it doesn't necessarily move the audience. Okay? So you've got to try out some titles. And in trying out the titles, you are also figuring out who your target market is. Because if you notice, I didn't say anything about target market for your blog. I didn't say anything about target market for your author page. I didn't say anything about target market for your hashtag. But when you start trying out your titles, you are going to start to resonate with people. And as you're resonating with people, you are going to start to determine, who is it that I really want to talk to? Because if you say, for instance, I'm just going to throw out some titles. Say if you say Around the World in 80 Days, and a lot of people flock to you about Around the World and they want to know about that title, and you're looking at it and they're all types of people. They're all over the place. So who are you really going to talk to? Because those are going to be the people that's going to actually put the money down. They're going to put the money where their mouth is. And so you put out a title, and then all these people flock to that title, and then you start to weed out. Because guess what? Let me give you another hint. You can't write for everybody. You try to write for everybody, nobody's going to buy your book. So you have to write for that single target audience. And what I do is I name my target. So my target name are the Lydias, the Lydias of the world. And Lydia looks like this X, Y, and Z. You see what I'm saying? So I call her Lydia or Leonard, because it can be male or female. Lydia or Leonard. And yes, I used it because my name starts with a L, so it's Lydia or Leonard, okay? But I have Lydia or Leonard that I write to, and I have a list of who Lydia and Leonard are. And I have that list in my mind whenever I write anything. I have that list in my mind when I write a book. I have that list in my mind when I go out and do public speaking, especially when I'm public speaking about my book. Like I said, I have 2 books on Amazon right now, and both of them are bestsellers in their category, which tells me that these people that I've targeted are buying my book and appreciating my book. Now I got to work on them writing reviews for my book so other people like them can find my book, okay? But they have done me well because they have made me a bestseller. So I'm not talking about what I think. I'm talking about what I know. My book just came out in August and I'm already a bestseller. Come on, somebody. I was a bestseller before August of this year came. It didn't even take me a year. Why? Because I knew who my thank you so much. I knew who my target audience was, and I penetrated them, and I penetrated deep inside of them, and I compelled them because I understood them, and they understand me. But what I did is I started my blog. I started my Facebook author page. I got myself a hashtag. Now, when I started, I didn't know about registering a hashtag. So that's a freebie for you guys. And that's something that you need to do because I just used my hashtag. Now, I don't know if other people are using my hashtag. But when people see Author Linda Hillman, I write, they know exactly what they're getting for that hashtag. That hashtag tells them, oh, I'm about to get content. I'm about to get realness. I'm about to get thought-provoking information that's going to make me step up. Okay? They already know that. So have your hashtag, try out your titles before you settle on one. Because again, when you settle on, once you've tried out these titles and these people have flocked to you and you've weeded out the ones you don't want to send your message to and you're writing just to the ones that want your message, the next title that you present should resonate across the board and they should be like, oh, that's the title, that's it. And that way, now you got them excited about your book. One, because they've been in the process of helping you determine what your title is going to be. So now they have a little bit of skin in the game. And now they're going to want to see what you put in the pages of that book that they helped you with the title on. Okay? So try out some titles before you settle on one. And I talked about this a little bit before, but I'm going to put it here because it's number 5. Use social media to promote daily, not once a week. I'm talking 7 days a week, 365 days. Now, one of the ways that you can do that, and some people frown on this and some people don't, is Hootsuite, or, something like Hootsuite where you can have the message go out automatically. So if you're busy and can't get to it, you don't skip a day, but you have a message that goes out. But if you do it like that, you want to make sure that you do set aside an hour or two to go on these different social media sites that you're on and interact with the people personally. So they know, oh, she not, because Hootsuite will tell you, they'll say it was put there by Hootsuite. It's put there by you, but they'll let it know that it was a scheduled Hootsuite. And so you want to get out there and interact with them on a daily basis. So set aside an hour and just go to each of the social medias that you're on and interact with the people. So it may be that you want to just penetrate 1 or 2 or maybe 3 platforms and not every platform that you're on. That's fine, because you want to make sure that you can go back and interact with them. If you automate it, then you want to make sure that you go in and they know that, look, she's checking this, he's checking this, because that's his post. He responded to this person, he responded to that person. You want people to engage. And nowadays, unfortunately, when you do automation, especially on social media, people are not engaging like they once were. And so you have got to go in there and show them, no, I man this myself. Yeah, I've automated it, but I man it myself. I come in here and I write. And so I always do my I writes, and my I writes are very long posts, so they know, oh no, she wrote that, because Hootsuite only allow you to do so much. This only allows you to do so much. She wrote that. She typed that one in herself. And so you get people interacting with you. Again, people have got to know and like you before they can trust you, before they'll spend their money with you. Okay? And so let's go over. Welcome the person that just popped in. I missed your name, but welcome. So let me go over. I'm down on number 5, and I got 10 of these. So let me go over 1 through 5 again. Number 1, you want to start a blog. You want to start a blog immediately. You've never written a book? That's okay. Start your blog. Make sure your blog is based on you, not your book. It's based on you. Because remember, we're talking about the know, like, and trust. So it has to be based on you. So your blog can be Linda's blog, or Linda's perspective, or fancy around the world, or whatever you want to do. Whatever you want your people to know you by, that's what you name your blog. Okay, so start a blog. Number 2, start a Facebook page, not about your book, about you. It's an author page, okay? And you want to make it a public figure page, okay? So don't do any other classification but public figure. So start an author page. Go and register a hashtag. Create a hashtag and register it with Tubbs.com. Try out a few titles before you settle on your title. And number 5, use social media to promote on a daily basis. Okay, now we're going to talk about if you don't have the money, because some people write and they start writing a book and they don't know how they're going to get it published. They don't have any money to get it published, this, that, and the other. So if you start this now, you'll be okay that when you get ready to write and publish your book, you'll have some funds. You want to start a GoFundMe page or something. You don't have to use GoFundMe. You can use any of these crowdfunding pages out there, but start a fund page where people can go and they can start to support you. Because let me tell you, are you listening? If you're doing your blog, if you're doing your author page, if you have your hashtag in place, if you're trying out titles, if you're using social media the way you're supposed to, you are beginning to grow a following. People are attached to you and they're attached to your project. Why? Because on your author page, you're telling them, oh, I'm about to write a book and this, that, and the other. And today I went to the library and I was doing some research, and you're talking about what you're doing. So people see, oh, she's not playing. Oh, he's not playing with this thing. They serious about, they went to the library. Who goes to the library these days? Who checks out a book when you can get it? You know what I'm saying? So you're starting people to see who you are and see and you know your process. You're writing blogs so people are knowing and understanding your voice. So these people are attached to you and they want to know more. They want to know more about you. Again, you haven't asked for anything. You haven't told them anything other than what you're doing and how you're doing it, and giving them food for thought because you're showing your writing style. So these people are beginning to say, hey, I think I like Linda. Hey, Claire, how you doing? I think I like Linda. Wait a minute. I think I like Edgar. Whatever your name is, okay? They're beginning to like you. And so they'll start asking, hey, so when's that book coming out? Okay, so now your number 6 is you start a GoFundMe page and you tell them, say, look, I need a little bit of help to get this book out. This is, now that you've tried out some titles, this is the title of my book. This is what it's going to be about. This is what I'm researching. This is how I'm working. You tell them, number 1, who you are. Number 2, what you're doing. Number 3, why you need some money, right? What their money is going to, number 4, what their money is going to go for. So you let them know, oh, I need some money because I've looked at publishers and it's going to cost me X, Y, and Z. If I'm doing self-publishing, it's going to be X, Y, and Z. So you tell them what it is that you need the money for, and you figure out, the Bible says count the cost, and I say count the cost. So you go and you figure out exactly how much it's going to be. If you're going to use a publishing company like mine, you can contact and say, hey, look, I would like some information on your services so I can know what it is. And don't just go to one publisher, go to several different ones to see if the publisher that you really think you want to use is too exorbitant in their prices, or if they're just market, because there is a certain price it costs to do a book, and then there's a lot of overhead. And so if a company is huge, it's going to have a great overhead, right? And so it's going to inflate its prices, not because that's the cost, but because I got all these other people I got to pay. And when you come in, I need to make sure these salaries get paid. So I might charge you $5,000 for something that somebody else that doesn't have all of the overhead might just charge $2,500 for, or somebody else might take it at a loss and charge $1,500 for it. So you've got to see if who you want to go with, if they're marketable, if they're charging you something that's in the marketplace. And you want to make sure that if you try to do it yourself, that you study it and you know what it is that you're trying to accomplish when you publish your book, because you don't want to learn and lose out. See, I had a lady that came to me. Say this real quick. I had a lady that came to me and she wanted me to publish her book, but then she decided to go on her own. Well, what she found out in publishing her book on her own is that she spent more money than she would have had she gone ahead and hired me to do it, because there was things that she didn't know about that was already included in her package had she gone with me. And so you've got to understand that sometimes it's good to be a self-publisher if you do your work, and sometimes it's good to have somebody that already knows what to do. Hey, David, welcome. Somebody that already knows what to do I have always wanted to write a book about my life is wild. I didn't get all of that, so write it again. The last 2 lines faded on me. So you want to make sure that you count your costs and you know what it's all about. And so when you do, and I'm saying all of this because I'm talking about if you don't have the money to do it and you need to raise your money, you need to know what to tell the people on the GoFundMe page that will move them and help them to help you. Because I'm going to tell you, whether you self-publish or go with the publisher, it's not going to be free. It's not. It's not going to not cost you something. You're going to pay something. Now, if you do it by yourself, it may not be as much as you would pay somebody else to do it. But again, you're paying for that convenience, okay? So remember that. So count your costs and then put that information on your GoFundMe page so the people know what they're funding. And then reward them for giving to you. If they do I always say like $25 or more, give them something. You know what I'm saying? If your book is going to cost $14.95 and as an ebook going to cost $9.99, then you want to say, look, you can get a autographed copy of my book for your donation. Give them something in rewards for helping you out, because then now these people have become your investors. They have become your stock market, not your stock market, your shareholders. That's what I'm trying to say. And so you want to keep them informed of what you're doing. So start a GoFundMe page if you need the money to. Also, you want to, from your blog, start building your list, okay? So you want to make sure that if you don't have a website, at least have a landing page, because my next one is have a website. But if you can't have a website, at least have a landing page where people can go and get on your list. Because again, people that get on your list get special privileges. They get to know stuff that other people that are not taking the time. My paperback is finally available today. Yay, David, I love it. I love your book, by the way. I love your book. I think I still got to write my review, but yeah. I've read it twice. So you want to make sure that you build your list. Now, I used to be one that was advocate of, you don't have to have a book. You don't have to, I mean, not a book. You don't have to have a mailing list. You don't have to have that. That's crazy, because I get all of these emails that I don't even open and woo woo woo. That was my song and dance until this year, when it became painfully clear that I've been shooting myself in the foot because I wouldn't build a list. Okay. So build a list. Okay. You gotta have a list, because the list gets special privileges. The list gets the goodies. They get the goody. The goody. Okay? That's what you give to your list. So build an email list, have a website. Again, if you're not going to have a website, at least have a landing page where people can go and give you their information so they can stay connected to you. And number 9, get business cards. As an author, get business cards and hand those business cards out. It could be a business card that just says author Linda Hillman and help me publish my next book. I don't care what you put on your business card, but get a business card, because as you meet people, you're going to hand out that card to people. And if you're trying to raise funds for your book, you want to have your blog, you want to have your website, you want to have your GoFundMe page on that business card, so you can have like a front and back. I have a friend that has a card. It's like a black card, and it says in white letters or something like that. He said, you may have heard of me.com. That's his website. And so he hands that out, and people are like, I may have heard of you. Let me go check him out. And so they go to his website and they find out, oh, this is what he's all about. So however you want to do it, but make sure you have some business cards that you can hand out to people. And number 10, just have fun. Just have fun and show your passion for being an author, for being a writer, for being someone who is going to be published, because you haven't been published yet, but that's going to come, and it will come quicker if you follow these steps than it would if you continue to sit and say, well, maybe one day I'll get around to it. Maybe one day I'll have enough money to do it. If you wait for maybe one day, it'll never come. Okay? If David is still here, he'll tell you that's the SD mindset. You need to get the HD mindset. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go get David's book on Amazon called The HD Mindset. There you go, David. Did you catch that plug? Hopefully you were here to catch that plug. So anyway, I'm going to go through these. And those of you that are watching in the replay, those of you that are watching on the internet, because I know you're there, I see you web viewers. Those of you that are watching on the internet, those of you that are watching in the replay, please make sure that you swipe up and share this with your followers. Share this with you on Twitter. Share this wherever it is. Because if you don't admit it, I'll admit it. This is some good stuff. So let's go. Number 1, start a blog. Number 2, start a Facebook page as an author. So an author page as a public figure, not as a writer, not as anything else, but a public figure. Number 3, create a hashtag and register it on twubs.com. Try out some titles before you settle on one. And I actually got that from David, because he was saying that he had like a focus group for writing his book. So try out some titles, try out the information, go and talk to people about what you're going to put in your book before you settle on it, because what might move you may not move your audience, okay? And in trying out the titles and trying out all of this stuff, you're going to be able to shape your target audience and know exactly who your message is for, or who you want your message to be for. Because if you write for everyone, no one's going to buy your book. Okay. So, number 5, promote yourself on social media every day. You can use all the social media platforms, or you can use just a few, but be consistent in the ones that you do use every single day. Now, you can use automation like Hootsuite, which is what I use. That's why I keep saying it. You can use automation like that, but if you automate it, make sure you go in personally and deal and interact with your people. Number 6, if you need the money, start up a fund page. You can go to GoFundMe.com. It's really simple. simple. That's why I keep using that one. It is really simple to do it, and you make your story compelling. This is where you try out your author. You try out your writing skills, because you got to write a compelling copy. You got to write a compelling story so people will want to give to you, because not only does GoFundMe promote your page on their website, but you're going to be promoting your page on your Facebook, on your business cards, on your website, everywhere that you can, because you want as many people to put their eyeballs on it so you can get the funds that you need. Remember to count the cost. Hey, welcome, Rosalind. Also, number 7, you want to build your email list. You want to make sure that you're building your email list. So your email list can come from your blog. Your email list can come from your author page. Your email list can come from your social media. You can send people to, whatever website, because that's going to be my next one. So have a website. Or if you don't want to have a website because you don't really have a lot of content, go ahead and start a landing page. And on the landing page, all you need is your pretty picture with a wonderful, inviting smile, and first name, email. That's all you need on there, right? Let them know what they're going to get. If they give you their information, what do they get in exchange? That's what a landing page is. You don't have to have a landing page. What's a landing page? A landing page is someone clicks on it and they land, boom, in an area where they can then exchange their information for something that you have. I say have like a report or have a poem or whatever it is. It doesn't really matter at this point. It's just something to get people enticed and know who you are. So you can have, you can write 3 pages on, a story of 3 pages, or you can write a report on something. I can actually go and do this and say, have you want to write a book? Here's how to do it, and give these tips out for free. Okay. So people give me their information, and there's free places, there's Insta pages, there's landing pages, there's people that you can go on Fiverr.com, pay $5, and people will build you a landing page. So it's not like you have to have the information, you don't need to know how to do it, is what I'm trying to say. You can pay someone to do it, $5 to do it, or you can, like I said, there's free places, just like there are free paid places where you can get a website, there are free places where you can get a landing page, and they have templates, and it's kind of like just, drop and click, or that. Never heard of it before. Great information. Oh, not a problem. I'm glad I'm helping you. And so if you don't want a website right now, or you feel like, you need to wait till you get a little bit more established for a web page, have a landing page, because you want to be able to send them. And if you didn't catch all of my tips, go and look at the replay, because I got 10 tips here and I'm already on number 8. And this is the recap of it. And I got people coming in. So y'all gonna make me, so can your landing page be connected to your business? Absolutely. That's the best way to do it, is to have it connected to your business website. Because what you can do is you can have someone and say, on your website, you can have get free report, or get, free story, or whatever it is that you're doing, get free samples, whatever. And then when they click on that, that's your landing page. And then they give you, for the free samples, the free report, or whatever you're giving away, they give you their first name and their email, which in turn is giving you permission to let them know about what's coming up next. Okay. And then what you do with that information, because you're building an email list, you should know about sales funnels and things of that nature. Now, there are some, if you have a Kindle or an iPad or something like that, you can go on Amazon, and there are all kinds of free books that you can read on how to write compelling copy, how to, hey, Coach Leah, how to do a sales funnel and things of that nature. I don't teach that, but I learn about it. I read about it, and I go in and I make sure that is helping me. Now, since she's here, that lady right there, Coach Leah, she is a social media strategist. So I would say get with her, because part of one of number 5 on my list was use social media to promote you as an author. Don't worry about your book, because you may not even know what the title of your book is or what you're going to write about, but use social media and get with Leah and say, hey, look, Leah, Linda referred me to you and said that you could help me get a strategy on my social media. Now, I'm telling you, when you go to her, she's going to hold your hand, but she's going to definitely change and challenge your mindset, okay? So know that going in. Know that going in, she gets results, but she's going to help you help yourself, okay? So number 9 is get some business cards and utilize these business cards as an author. Now, you may have business cards as whatever it is that you are. I'm a senior pastor. I am a coach. I am a publisher. So I have a business card for each of those areas. You see what I'm saying? So depending on who I'm talking to, who I'm in front of, they may get my pastor card. Somebody else may get my author card. Somebody else might get my publisher card. Somebody else might get my coach card, okay? But you need to have the card available. I already know, because somebody might be saying, well, why do you carry all those cards in your purse? I don't. What I do is I know where I'm going, and I put the appropriate card for the appropriate event, okay? The appropriate card for the appropriate event. Now, sometimes somebody will say, well, you know, if I go to a church to preach or whatever, and someone will say, oh, I hear that you're a publisher. Well, then I write down the name of my publishing company and the website so they can get in touch with me for that. And sometimes I may have a card in my purse for some of the other things that I do. But again, the appropriate business card for the appropriate event, and I give out that business card at that event. So have a business card, and the business card can be simple. It could be your name, and what I author. You know what I'm saying? With your website on it. It can be very simple. It doesn't have to be a whole lot of information. It could just be, you know, like I said earlier about my friend, my internet friend, who gives out a card that says, you may have heard of me.com. Boom. Makes people look at the card and says, oh, okay, well, I better go check them out. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a gimmick, or it could just be something that you really put a lot of thought and effort into it. It doesn't matter. You need to have a business card, okay? Have the business card and pass it out, because when you're meeting people on the street, guess what? You don't know who is going to be a part of your tribe. You don't know who's going to be your author. Now, I talked about target market earlier, and in creating your target market, for me, my target market has names. I have Lydia and Leonard. That's my target audience, okay? Male and female, and I have a list. So whenever I'm writing a post, whenever I'm writing a book, whenever I'm doing whatever I'm doing, this is the list of people, or this is the list of the attributes that I'm writing to. I know where they hang out. I know what their thought process is. I know everything that I can about my target market. And again, I learned that because I tried out a few things and I dwindled it down. I'm going to say this again. I said it earlier, but I'm going to say it again. If you write for everybody, nobody's going to do business with you. Okay? Because you're going to be scattered and everywhere, and nothing's going to resonate with the people that it should resonate with. So you got to have a target audience if you want to be a bestseller, if you want to be popular, if you want to get the sale. You got to have a target. You have to be able to bullseye, okay? If you can't bullseye, then you're shooting all over the place, okay? And you're wasting arrows. Thank you so much, Inspired Living. So again, get a business card. And number 10, have fun. I don't want to do business with somebody that's like, can you please help me feed my family? No, have fun. Be passionate about what you're doing. Let people see your energy. Let people know that you love to do what you're doing. It's not a job. This is, yeah, you want to feed your family. Yeah, you want to put clothes on your back. I understand that. But I have fun doing what I do. I have fun when I write a book. I have fun when I'm publishing a book. I have fun when I'm doing ministry. I have fun when I'm coaching. I love what I do. It energizes me, and it all has the same foundation. I love helping people. I love helping hurting people overcome their hurt. I love transforming that hurt into purpose. I love changing that pain and letting you know what that pain is, and then seeing that aha moment when you say, oh no, I know why I exist. I know why I'm put on earth. That energizes me. I could be having a bad day and I get somebody come up and I get to help them, and that energizes me. I'll be like, whoa, I did that thing. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So understand, have fun, and be passionate about what you're doing. So I'm going to go over the list again because I got new people here and I don't want to just leave it out, but you can, I said a whole lot in this video. I said a whole lot. So you must look at the replay, and please invite your followers. If you're not following me, please follow me so you'll know when I do the next I Write, because this is going to become a series that I do here on Periscope. And so I got a lot to give, and I'm not just giving it from an author standpoint, I'm also giving it from a publisher standpoint. So I have a lot of information because I research my field. Understand, as an author and as a publisher, I research my field, and I want to make sure that I'm giving you all the latest information, not stuff that happened 10 years ago that may not be working today. I'm giving you stuff that I know that works. Why? One, because as I started with this video, a lady contacted me last year and just said, I want to write a book and I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get started, and I don't even have the money to do so. And so I gave her these same tips I'm giving to you. And then she emailed me today, okay, and told me, oh, I saw a picture of you and it made me think I got to thank her for that advice. So here it goes. Number 1, start a blog. Number 2, start a Facebook page with an author page. Make it a public figure, okay? Number 3, create a hashtag and register that hashtag so it belongs to you, okay? Number 4, try out a few different titles before you settle on one. That's where you're going to find out who your target market is and who you really want to speak to, okay? So try out a few different titles. Don't write a title that you be like, ooh, that's a great title, and then you put it out there and don't nobody buy it because it doesn't mean nothing to anyone else but you, okay? So try a few titles before you settle on one. Use social media daily to promote you, okay? We're talking about the know, like, and trust factor. So you want to get people to know you. You want to get people to like you. You want to get people to trust you. So when your book comes out, guess what? They buy you, okay? Also, number 6, if you need money to publish your book, don't wait till your book is finished and you're trying to find a publisher to get the money. Go ahead, start now while you're developing the book, while you're doing all of this. All of this is before you even begin to write chapter 1. Before you begin to even think about a title, you're doing this. So start a GoFundMe page and get people to know what you're doing and keep them abreast, and say when the book comes out, you'll get an autographed copy or give them something for their donation, okay? And I'll talk a little bit more about how to make an effective GoFundMe page, or whatever crowdfunding page you're going to use. And number 7, build an email list, okay? Build an email list. And these are not in any particular order, so you can move it around as you see fit. But build an email page. Because your social media should be drawing people to your email list. Your your author page should be driving people to your email list. Your blog should be driving people to your email list. And number 8 is have a website or a landing page. That should be driving people to your email list. So you want to build your email list, okay? Number 9, have a business card. So when you're out and about, going to the grocery store, going to church, going to networking events and all of that stuff, when you walk by somebody and you hear them talking, because I did this the other day, heard somebody talking about something, I'm like, you know what, I wrote a book about that. Here's my card. Did she go buy the book? I don't know, but she got my card. So who knows what she's going to do, okay? So have a business card that you can hand out. And number 10, And to me, this should have been number one. Have fun and show passion. Let yourself just be fun. Don't make it work. Don't make it work. Even though you're going to work the plan so the plan will work, make sure that you're having fun. Let people know that, look, I love doing what I do. I know I'm supposed to buy a book. I can feel it burning in me, but you're supposed to buy a book or write a book. I missed it because it faded out on me. But I'm telling you, this is how it starts. Welcome back, Leah. This is how it starts. If you know that you're supposed to write a book, see, when I knew that I was supposed to, write a book. I knew that I was supposed to write a book. And my first book that I wrote in 2007, I wrote it in less than 30 days. Because it's a long story, and one day I'll share that story. But I started, I walked off my job. Well, not walked off. I quit my job. You know how I went through the process. Because the Lord told me to go into full-time ministry, and He told me to write a book. Oh, you just finished a book. Wow. Have you been marketing that book? Or did you just was writing and you weren't talking about it? Because see, I think that's the number one mistakes that authors make. And it sets them up to you can still become a bestseller. But if you got people pumped and primed for your book, when it comes out day one, that you just don't know what that does to the algorithms at Amazon, especially if you put it on Amazon. It is amazing. And you know what? Whatever I can do to help you, Lisa, let me know. Because I am here to help you in whichever way. And I'm not just talking about come to me as a publisher. I'm saying come to me as a sister that's an author just like you are. Because I don't care what nationality you are. We are sisters and we are helpers one to another. So let me know how I can help you. I have people in social media pick my book cover and etc. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. You are doing it. That's another thing that we'll be talking about later because I hadn't got to that. I just got to titles today. But yes, wonderful. I love it. So I really love it. And that's coming out of the mouth of a publisher. I love it when you've already got people excited about your book. So you want to make sure that you're having fun and that you're engaged with your audience and that you give them the process of what you're going through so they can know the ups and the downs, the ins, the outs, so they can know you. Because again, it's about knowing, liking, and trusting you. It's all about that because that's where they're going to start to buy you. And you have to understand when you're dealing with Amazon, whether you publish your book or whether you use CreateSpace. Now, some people say you can't get to instant bestseller unless you use CreateSpace and use everything Amazon. I beg to differ because I didn't do everything Amazon and I'm a bestseller twice over. About to be a bestseller 3 times over. You understand me? You heard me? Yeah. So you'll get some people, they're all Amazon. You got to do it all Amazon. And then some people like me will tell you, you just got to know how to make your mark in the world because you can be a bestseller. You can be on the bestseller. And not only did I make myself a bestseller, but every author that has published with me has been on the bestseller list. Because it's not just something that I did for me. It's something that I do for everyone. It's duplicatable. I'm telling you. So if you didn't get these tips, please look at the replay. Please invite your followers. Let them know that there is a big mouth in the world that is pulling the blanket off of the publishing game, and she's doing it with a vengeance. Because I'm so sick of people thinking that they have the corner market on everything, and then they want to charge you $75,000. Well, maybe not that much, but you know what I'm saying. They want to charge you an arm and a leg to come to them to have them coach you so you can be a bestseller. And then once you do everything that they say, you still not a bestseller. What's up with that? I ain't gonna lie. I'm a writer coach. I make money helping people write books and become bestsellers. I do. But I also realize the value of when you just need that one thing that's going to help you. And what solidified it for me was when this lady I talked to almost 2 years ago. I talked to her in 2014, and it was March or April of 2014, and she came back in December of 2015. It's about to be March and April of 2016. She came back to let me know, you know what, I did what you said, and it's working for me. My book is almost ready to be published, and I will be coming to you as my publisher because I trust you, because your information works. To me, I was like, you know what, I'll do it again. And that's what prompted this. That's what's prompted this. Because when I finished reading her email, I went and I wrote down everything that I told her to do. And I just told you. I just told you. And I'm not charging you $9.95 for it. I'm not charging you $19.95 for it. I'm not even saying use me as a publisher. All I'm saying is utilize the information. And if it works for you, when it works for you, let me say that right. When it works for you, just come back and say, hey, Linda, it did it. You good, girl. You good. Your information is solid. That's all I care for. That's thank you enough for me. Now, if you do have me publish your book, that's even greater, because then we can be successful together. You see what I'm saying? But if not, it's okay, baby. It's okay. Just utilize the information. Just utilize the information and thank God and thank the book gods or whatever your higher power is. Thank them that you were able to accomplish what you needed to accomplish with the information that I gave you. So that's all I got for you today. I will probably be back tomorrow with some more stuff, but I want you to know that I am here for you, because I think that, you know what? The best thing you can be as an author, the best thing you can do is write down your ideas and allow those ideas to live long after you're gone. Just think about it. In a book, that book is going to last throughout. As long as there's a world, that book is going to be here. Your ideas, your thought processes, your experiences, your information will be there for generations to come. So why wouldn't you write it in a book? Why wouldn't you share what you've been through? I mean, let's just look at the Bible. Look how many thousand years that's been around. We're still reading it.